popcorn.
But then it might be worse because someone else might have come along and he'd been even better. It's like a novel.
Yeah, you're right.
Ben Alton would write a novel like that or something, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Well, how things would be different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I popped to the cinema last night, and it was a joy of an experience because for the
What'd you
first
see?
time I went to see X-Men 2. I
want to see that.
Yeah, really
I saw
good fun.
one. I don't like that sort of thing. I've never been a comic book, never been a geek like yourself. Not yourself, but I mean, you're not a geek in that sense. You're different. I mean,
Not in the traditional sense.
No.
I'm one of those sexier geeks. Those modern sexy geeks.
Yeah. But I really enjoyed it, and 2's meant to be even better, isn't it?
I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it's good fun. But but more so than the film was the fact that the actual cinema experience, for the first time in a long time, I actually enjoyed because I just had such a problem with the cinema.
Well, I can't go. I have to wait about 3 weeks till it dies down and go in the afternoon. I can't be sat next to people. I don't know why people go to the cinema to eat. Have something before you go in there.
Yeah.
Rattling, crunching. Why is this experience? This film has cost £50 million. It's meant to be an emotional, artistic experience. It's not meant to be something that's on while you're chowing down. I don't know. But people leave their mobile on. I want it when someone answers it, you go, I can't talk now. I want to go, don't smack them on their face with it.
Yeah. No, well, I went to the cinema a while back to see Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Oh, yeah.
That art house film. And, woman sat next to me, huge, fat blubber of a woman.
But it's up to her. She's earned enough money, she can eat more than she needs.
Sure, but don't squeeze into a seat next to me in the cinema. Right, with your flesh, you know, curving over the armrest that we're having to share.
Oh,
right,
God.
next to her, a little weasel of a husband. She's got one of those huge, kind of,
you don't reckon
hog-sized barrels of popcorn.
You don't reckon he was one of them feeders?
It was very similar. It really was. She, as you say, she's chowing down on the popcorn. She's one of those women who, she's not come out to see a film, she's come out to eat, and if a film happens to be showing, then she'll watch it.
Yeah.
Really winds me up. He's got the hot dog and everything. She's eating, and now popcorn already annoys me because
and she goes to him, are you gonna eat that? He goes, well, I was thinking of it. Give it to me now.
But I don't know why it was that popcorn became the thing you eat in the cinema. It's like you say, you've made these films, and someone's there thinking, well, we've made this great film, we've got the sound mix right, but what we need is something that'll just slightly irritate everyone during the film.
And just see the size of the buckets they go in there with popcorn.
But why not serve soup or something? Or yogurt?
Oh, the slurping would drive me mad.
But
and the spoon touching the bottom of the thing would drive me mad. Don't serve anything. There's no reason you have to do the cinema and go, oh God, I need to eat.
Well, this was...
plan it. You don't go and play tennis eating what you plan it, don't you?
Well, exactly. Exactly. Eat before we come out.
Yeah.
Have a sandwich. Have a corned beef sandwich.
Do you know what, right? What annoyed me is I found out in across America when they showed Schindler's List, they banned popcorn, right? Out of respect to the film. What? So they're saying all the other films, oh, sod it, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But this one cost 100 million. Ah, it doesn't matter. You can eat popcorn through that.
Yeah.
I mean, ban it through all films.
Well, this woman was one of those ones, she may as well have had a trough in front of her. I mean, she was a state, right?
Oh,
and she's
God.
She's an idiot as well. Because the trailer comes from, I remember at the time, the trailer came on for AI, that film AI.
Oh, yeah.
And, I don't know if you've seen the trailer for it, but it's something like, I don't know exactly, but it's something like, Martin is a, 6-year-old boy.
Yeah, he's 20 kilograms, he's 3 foot high, yeah.
But he is not human.
Yeah.
He's a robot.
Yeah.
And she's watching, she's just watching that, right? Bear in mind, the point of the trailer, he's a robot.
Yeah.
She says, how old was he again? I wanted to slap her, I was livid. I went, he's a robot. He's a robot, that's what's important. She says, a trailer comes on for a war film, she goes, I shan't be seeing that. She just announces it, I shan't be seeing that. And I'm bored with war films. Bored with them next.
Oh, God.
And then, so the title card comes up for Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. You know, like at the beginning, they do everything. Yeah. It comes up, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Now, she's in the cinema, she goes, what a stupid name for a film. I was thinking, but you paid to see it. And then it says subtitles in brackets. She goes, oh, it's not subtitled, is it? So it comes on, and I think, in the film, I think they speak maybe Mandarin or Chinese or something, I'm not sure, but let's say it's Mandarin. So they come on, they start, and it's all subtitled, and they start speaking in this Mandarin or Chinese, and she just starts going, I think chong chong, I think chong chong, I think chong chong chong, in the cinema, just saying that out loud. No! She and her boyfriend are cracking up, they're weeping with laughter, right? And I'm trying to watch this film.
He's got to laugh, otherwise she bites him.
Exactly. So I'm so livid, so I really make a show of getting up with all my stuff. I get up and I kind of clamber over some of the seats.
Yeah.
I sit down next to these 2 teenage girls with the mobile phone.
Oh, God.
Mobile phone goes off, and like you say, instead of, I mean, it should have been off anyway.
Yeah, of course.
But let's say, instead of it being, instead of immediately thinking, oh God, and switching it off hurriedly, they take the call in the cinema. I'm in the cinema. Yeah, no, start having a conversation. And I was thinking to myself, you're 16, unless that is your business partner in Hong Kong phoning you, saying the deal is not going to go through, which I suspect it's not. I suspect it's probably Gareth, or Gavin, or your boyfriend Tony saying, do you want to do me behind the bike sheds later?
Yeah.
I suspect that's who it is.
Yeah.
Switch off the phone, or very least, get out.
I know.
Get out of the cinema. But I can't, I mean, I don't know where these people were brought up or raised. I don't know who it was that told them this was behaviour that you could do.
I really want to have cinema police.
Yeah.
Right, you go in there, and if the phone goes off, you get your money back and you're asked to leave.
Yeah.
Straight away. Any whispering, go, if you whisper again, you know,
Yeah.
if you're too stupid
To be able to figure out the plot.
yeah, just, they tell you what age you should be, right, to get that film.
Yeah.
That's it. If you listen and you're not eating and you're not talking, then you should be able to get a film.
Well, I was in the cinema last night, and as I came in, there was a big queue, and as I came in, there was people there, taking your ticket, showing you to your seat. Now, when did it happen that I was no longer able to find my own seat at the cinema? Why is it that I can go in the daytime, I can find I'm left to fend for myself? But now it seems that on a Friday night, there's so many stupid people out there who can't find their decent seat.
No, I think that is policing. I think that's to stop people thinking I'll just sit here and having to deal with it themselves. Because, I mean, if someone was in my seat, even if there was another seat, I'd go, well, no, that's mine. I want lots of policing in social occasions. I want to go into a pub and go, that is too loud, that music. Those people are too annoying, they're standing up, they're too annoying.
I remember being in the cinema once and seeing a guy, he was a big fat guy again, he had popcorn, the hot dogs, the Coke, right, and he had it balanced on this little wall that was sort of separating parts of the cinema, and he was a big fat guy on there, just sat there, I was watching, I think it was Beetlejuice I was watching,
right.
And some local hard nuts, they were on the same row, they started kicking the little wall to knock his food off, and I thought, brilliant.
Oh no! I think you want to bully fat people.
Yeah.
Play a record, Carl, it's getting really nasty now.
Can I pick on you?
50 Cent, in the club, on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais. With me, Steve Merchant and Carl Pilkington. Still arguing, this time about having help from your mum and dad. What do you think, Carl?
No, I'm not. I don't want this to turn into some sort of wacky type thing where we're pretending we're arguing.
Yeah.
Well, we're not pretending.
We're not pretending, you are arguing.
Yeah, I know, but people will think we're messing about.
Oh,
right?
I wouldn't have thought so.
We just need to... We can talk about it later, sort it out.
Yeah, it's just that Carl's a little bit stressed.
I'm not stressed, though.
And he doesn't really understand that, you know, me and Steve have got lots of different jobs in the week. He's just got one job.
Yeah, and we sort of rely on people getting messages to us, you know, as soon as they get them, you know, and not sort of deleting them from their phone selfishly.
Yeah.
Just things like that, you know, people being on the ball. Not just thinking about themselves all the time, not just thinking about number one.
What do you think, Carl?
Whatever. Do you know what I mean? Whatever.
Don't get all maudlin again. Just having a little discussion. Yeah, this will annoy you. Guess what? Think of this, you little slaphead twat. Apparently... that's Sony's ours. Right, apparently, women can get bald treatment on the National Health Service, but men can't. What do you think of that? Do you think that's fair?
Is that a fact?
It's a fact.
We should point out that Carl is, would you say balding?
Yeah.
Would that be fair?
Well, either that or a wide parting.
Yeah.
He looks like Charlie Brown. He's got the same sort of hair arrangement as Charlie Brown.
Yeah, he's
I don't think Charlie was balding though, was he? He was only about 10.
Well, no, but he just had like a couple of things on top, and his hairdo. Carl's had a hairdo that keeps
It's not a hairdo.
No.
What is it then? What is it?
It just happened, I've told you. Noel was in, right, once.
Noel who?
Gallagher.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Oh, right, you're on first name terms.
Right. And,
From the hood, isn't he?
and whoever was doing the interview said, oh, you know, what, will Liam be able to keep up that sort of hard attitude, right? Say when he gets older and he goes bald, and, you know, could he still carry off the sort of attitude that he's got? And he was like, no, he'd never have that style. He couldn't have that style that lad's got in there, and pointed at me.
Yeah.
I said, it's not a style. I said, I didn't go to the barbers and say, can you just, like, shave the top bit, leave the sides?
Yeah. Can you remember the Friar Tuck?
That's the way it is.
Yeah.
Right, and you were just saying to me, what would you do if you went back in time? I'd probably use a better shampoo.
I wish we could tape the conversations we have off air.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they are ridiculous. What would you do if you go back in time? And the other stuff we were just talking about is obviously can't talk about.
Can I just ask though? Sorry, when did you start to notice it was disappearing? I mean, at what age did it kick in?
I worked a lot. You see, you'll be safe. Do you know what I mean? Your hair will stay there, but it's when I used to do a lot of hours, working. And
Yeah,
that,
you were stressed and things. Yeah.
stressed out, and it just went.
Well, I'm
I don't
beginning
know,
to understand what stress is like, you know, because I'm not getting messages and stuff like that. But yeah.
Yeah.
But probably about, I don't know, 24.
That's unlucky, isn't it?
Something like that.
And did you panic, or were you just quite
not bothered?
Not bothered.
He's not bothered. He wouldn't be bothered.
I'm not bothered.
But I don't think for someone who doesn't care about going bald or war or SARS or anything, you don't have to get stressed on a Saturday between 1 and 3.
To be fair, you are worse than all those things. SARS has got nothing on you when you're in the right mood.
But why is it all right for women then to, you know, have a wig, but I couldn't have one if I wanted one?
Well, it's not a wig. They get bald treatment. They actually can get their hair replaced on the National Health, which might be anything, I suppose. Which might be wigs, which might be transplants. I mean, the only cure for baldness is a transplant, which they literally take follicles. They can get down to individual follicles now from the back of your neck, and you know it takes a long time, and you know, but.
But people will know anyway, won't they?
I don't know when it starts, though. I don't know when it starts. Like, now, if you started wearing a wig, people go, were you wearing a wig because you were bald yesterday?
Yeah.
You can't start thinking, right, I'm gonna go bald in a year, I'll start wearing a wig now. That's the thing to do, isn't it?
It is, really, if you're that bothered, but I wasn't. I just thought, right, it's losing it a bit, shaved a lot off.
But did you know you had that round head underneath it? Did you know it was gonna be that funny, though? You presumably worn a wig, wouldn't you, if you'd have known? Because I've never seen a head that round.
I think the barber, when they did it, right, the woman said, you can pull that off, you've got a good shaped head for having it shaved. She said, that's a good head.
Yeah, she looks like a tennis ball. You look like a tennis ball when you haven't shaved.
She said if you can pull it off, she said that's like a good thing to see if someone's good looking. If they can have a bald head. It's like Sinead O'Connor,
yeah,
right? She can pull it off. There's those sort of things. Do you know what I mean?
Telly Savalas.
No, but that's like one of the things. If you look good with a bald head, that means you're pretty good looking.
Yeah.
And if you can wear a bicycle helmet and look good, that's another thing that, like, you must be pretty good. Well,
Everyone
that's what I'm saying.
bicycle helmet.
Who?
No one looks good, do they? Really? It's
Not
not
the
So, would you say Brad Pitt would look good in a bicycle helmet?
Well, I don't know. I'd have to see. But I'm just saying that's like one of the two things, really. That's.
And what blokes do you think look good bald? Who do you think would look good bald?
Don't know. Give me some names and I'll tell you whether they'd be all right if they're bald.
George Clooney.
No, I don't think he does. I don't think he would do.
Who else?
Well, this could run and run.
Al Pacino.
Yeah, he could probably pull it off. He'd probably look all right.
Do you think he looks alright with hair then?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well done, Rick. Sony Award-winning stuff.
Play a record. And then the guy going, oh, he's stressed. He's stressed. Wild Wild Horses by the Rolling Stones on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais with me, Steve Merchant and Carl Pilkington, little bald-heady Carl Pilkington. You quite like being bald, don't you? No fuss.
Like I say, you know, I'll probably won't age for a bit now.
Won't age for a bit? What do you mean you won't age for a bit?
Because I already look quite old.
I don't think so. Not with a hat on, you look really young.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I'm just saying, so I won't change that much. It's like that.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I actually don't think, as long as you shave it, straight back, I can't have you on that. Nothing wrong with it.
But that kid who had that aging disease, just shave her head. And she wouldn't age that fast anymore. Do you know what I mean?
So this is the 5-year-old girl who had an awful disease where...
Well, we don't know much about it, to be fair.
No, we just know that you fell in love with the title of the programme, the girl that was older than her mum, right? And you were annoyed that people wouldn't serve her fags and alcohol. If she's, you know, she's living like an 8-year-old, let her have a fag.
Doesn't that sum up this show, though? Carl's comment, we don't know much about it.
Yeah.
We're still willing to make comments about it, to discuss it in length and possibly make crass jokes, even though we're ill-informed, as ever.
Yeah.
Right, well, there's something for you, right?
Go on.
This is what I wanted to tell you about, right?
Me.
Yeah, face transplants. There's this, some kid somewhere, right, who had a bit of an odd-looking face. Right?
A bit of a what?
Bizarre-looking face.
Yeah.
And, there's a doctor somewhere who said I can sort that out for you. Right?
Sure.
And basically what they do is they've got to get a face off a dead person.
Right.
Sorry, just, in this documentary you saw,
No,
did this documentary feature, say, John Travolta and Nicolas Cage? was it that documentary you saw?
All right, listen, you see...
Go on.
So,
Okay, no, so you can't get a
apparently-
face of a dead person, yeah, go
No,
on.
sorry to dismiss the idea of face transplants out
Yeah.
of hand. But go on.
So, yeah, it's got to be a face of a dead body that isn't older than, like, 4 hours old.
Right.
4 hours dead, whatever. They can take it off, fit it on the new face.
It makes sense. But it's
weird,
not just
isn't
your face that you lose it, but it's the muscle tissue and bones, isn't it, when it's, like, disfigured? It could be through fire or whatever, or disease or... So they can't just literally plonk a face on, they have to do something else, don't they?
You're asking Carl like he's gonna know.
I forgot then. He looked at was that in Russian?
Yeah.
I wish we could get him on telly just to show the look on his face when I said that.
Yeah,
It was brilliant,
ludicrous.
wasn't it? It was, you know when you go to a cat, hey, we want some food then? And he just looks at you and he
Yeah.
goes, it's almost like he can understand what we're saying. Go on.
It's like if you had been caught holding a mallet over a dead body by the police.
What
staring at them blankly, I've got
what I'm
nothing.
saying is, it would sort of work, yeah. If you peeled your face off and put my face on it, oh my God, why don't you and Steve, for an experiment, swap faces?
And the great thing is, I wouldn't age.
Yeah. Would you do that if it was safe?
I think I'm getting the rough deal here, though. To be honest.
Yeah.
Well, no, you get some money back. It'd be part exchange. I mean, it would, it's like you'd make up the difference just to wear your brilliant face for a week.
But the doctor was saying how it's not complicated. He said the worst thing is something about the people who were related to the dead person. It's a bit weird for them still seeing the face of someone they know walking about when they're dead.
Yeah, I can see that would be odd, yeah.
I love you, Carl. You are brilliant. Honestly, you're never a dull moment. It doesn't matter whether you're talking or I'm squeezing your head. I'm never bored. I never go, oh, that's enough, Carl. Do you know what I mean? I had battling tops, I got bored. It's like computer games, you think it's the best game in the world, and someone goes, how are you getting on with Tomb Raider? You go, oh, I don't play it anymore. I go, how's Carl? I go, he's brilliant. He's brilliant. I was squeezed it yesterday, I was squeaking in his face, I got him down to the ground. He said this, he said that. I'm never bored with you. Do you know what I mean? It's brilliant. I'd like to rent you out to people.
See me, I'm different. I would happily leave him now in the bottom of the cupboard.
Until quiz
With the
night.
Scalextrics.
Until the old pub quiz night, when there's no one else who will have you on the team.
Sure.
And
Oh,
suddenly
he's
you want to be
done
your
him
best mate.
Done him again.
Right?
Yeah, where's his mum and dad then, Carl? Yeah?
In Bristol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't believe it.
I love the fact you can insult me but never insult my parents. Please. Feeder, Butt Rogers, XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Carl Bacon.
Carl just said to me, so what face would you have to me? And I went, what do you mean? He went, well, whose face would you have? And I went, I don't know. A boy's, so the skin would be regenerated. He went, no, it'd be a bit weird. He said, oh no, someone famous. And I went, I don't know. I went, whose would you have? He went, Barry Sheen.
No, but what I meant was, when I was talking to
Barry
Suzanne...
Sheen?
When I was talking to Suzanne about it,
Yeah.
saying this is amazing, she said, well, whose face would you have?
Right.
Now, it's got to be fairly recent to have the skin fresh, because it can't be too old.
Right.
So I had a choice of, like, Barry Sheen,
Yeah.
or What's Her Face, off Last of the Summer Wine.
Who?
Who's the old woman who just passed away?
Thora Hird.
Thora Hird. So that's what I meant. If I could have any face, because she said, well, you could have had Tom Cruise or something. I said, well, he's not dead. She said, no, but you could have had that.
You give yourself restrictions in your fantasy. So when I look down to your picture, I love the idea that someone getting you a call. Mr. Wilkerton, hello, it's Dr. Hanrahan. Barry Sheen has just passed away. And you go, oh dear. Yeah, bad news and good news. Do you want his face or... Do you want his face?
Does Suzanne go out with you, like, for charitable reasons? Is it like you can adopt a boyfriend?
I love the fact that she encourages you.
She was saying about Tom Cruise, and I was like, oh, you know, she said, you know, he's not a bad-looking fella or whatever.
Well, what she's saying is, Carl, is there any chance you could go and get a different face? Maybe something like Tom Cruise would be good.
But then I was saying, right, first of all, he's got to be dead, and he's not. But if he was, and you had that done, would you feel like...
People looking at you on the tube?
Well, no, like, say if the people who made Mission Impossible said, well, we want to do a third one, would I be in me right to say, well, I don't want to do it?
I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't mean to be offensive, Carl, but your girlfriend could do a lot better than you. I don't know what she's thinking.
I love the idea of this whole conversation about you in Tom Cruise's face, and then get offered a film.
But why does she have conversations like this with you?
There was now on last night. There's now on the telly.
I love it. What should we talk about? What about getting a new face? Oh, dear. Oh, that cartoon. If you don't know what Carl looks like, there's a cartoon that was in last week's Heat, isn't it, that I drew. It was on the website. What's it going for now? Bid...
I think it's at about £225 at the moment.
And what do they have to do to bid for it?
Just email in and I'll pass it on to the website people.
I know why Heat put it in. It's because the editor, Boyd Hilton, looks a little bit like you, doesn't he?
Sort of my ugly brother.
He's probably listening, and he says nice things about you.
Yeah, he can still say nice things, but I bet he knows deep down. You know if you're good looking or not, don't you?
I can't believe
Come on, Steve. I mean, what do you think?
This is going crazy, you know, Carl. I don't know. You're just, the insults are flying left, right and centre. You've got no limits. You've just gone crazy, you've just gone wild. You're swanning around just because you look like Tom Cruise.
I think it's because he's been hanging out with Christian O'Connell.
Yeah.
And they're both thinking, yeah, we're...
Couple of media players.
Yeah.
Too big for their boots.
Yeah, not scared. Although he's scared of Christian.
No, he's terrified.
He's scared of Christian in here because he's not allowed to do monkey news.
No.
Because Christian wants to do it. He's scared of him.
I'm not saying that, right? Christian...
I do monkey news, but Christian wants to do some monkey news. I'm not allowed.
Once around the block. Badly drawn boy. I like him. He's funny as well. You know what? I think he looks like if me and you were put in a blender, Carl. Do you know what I mean? He's got my sort of shape. He's got your sort of accent. And...
I think when you put in a blender, does that... would a voice sort of mix?
The times I thought of putting the two of you in a blender.
Do you remember, I told you that thing about the sponges, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, that freaked him out. You know, if you get two sponges, and you dye one red and one blue, and you liquidise them, we pour them into a tank of water. After a couple of hours, there's a blue sponge and a red sponge, because they're cells now, and they reform. And do you know what he said? He went, how'd you kill a sponge then?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, what a great thing to say. Oh, my back's killing me, because I went, you know, I did my back in last week, and I had to get a chiropractor out, and I couldn't walk. Well, as soon as I could walk, I mean, I came in here on my day off and did when you were in Bristol with your mum and dad looking after you. And then I went to Selfridges Sunday, and...
Well, you got a bit of money now, why not?
Yeah, and I went into the sports department, and there's a golf simulator there, £38,000, and it's just like a shed. And I was looking at it like a kid in a sweet shop, and the two blokes that work there, they recognised me and went, oh, right, I said, yeah, good. I went, I was just looking at that simulator, it's brilliant, isn't it? He went, do you want to have a go? And I went, no, I'm crap, I can't do it. I said, oh, and I got a bad back. And then I went, you have a go, and he did it in a couple of times. He went, oh, that's not bad. And he went, do you want to go? I went, yeah, go on then. and I put the water on, and I really tried my hardest.
Of course you did.
And it took off, and it was really good shot. And he went, good. I went, well, I said, oh, I'll go. And I was thinking, I've got to hit this one as well, I've got to hit this one too. And I hit it again, I had 3 goes. I hurt my back after the first one.
Yeah, but you carried on.
And he went, right, I said, cheers, thanks very much, and I walked away. And I went to Jane, I went, I've got to get a cab. She went, I've done my back. She went, well, why did you show off? I went, I had to.
Of course you did. That sums you up. That just
I was in agony. I was all the way back. I had to lay on the floor and put ice on my back again for about 3 hours.
What was the best you thought could happen? That they would just say, oh my God, that guy, that's Ricky Gervais. Is there nothing he can't do?
That's exactly what I wanted. Yeah. As I was seeing that, I go, cheers, yeah. As I got about a few yards away, I just slowed down, and Jane go, what are you waiting for? I go, listen. And they just go, that man is a god.
Yeah.
And I go, come on, Jane, let's go home. Yeah.
You've
That's
just all... have you ever been able to walk through a fairground past...
but you know what I mean? I don't try and get on the telly and everything, and I refuse to... I don't go to showbiz parties, but I refuse not to go to the pub with my mate, and I just seek out... There's fewer and fewer pubs, and I just go to the quietest, you know, one old bloke and a dog, and it's sort of like...
But most people are really...
I love it,
brilliant.
honestly. People who come out and they're polite, and I
But
chat, I say I
drunken
love the
people,
show.
it's like
it's
they're-
alcohol, yeah, I know. It's just, oh, God.
They mutate into something, you know,
and they just...
different.
Yeah, they don't understand... Yeah, of course they don't... You know, they're not...
But to me, it's the same people who behave badly in the cinema. It's just this breed of person. It just, I mean...
I know.
Can I put them in room 101?
Let's do that next week, shall we?
Well, we're all having a moan.
Yeah, go on.
Tell you who's annoyed me this week.
Go on.
If we're making it a little feature.
Go on.
David Blunkett.
What's Blunkett been up to?
He's reading yesterday. His
dog's not been around your house again.
No.
Causing trouble outside.
He's put a stop to people having sex outdoors.
What do you mean? What's up with that?
If he had sight, would he have stopped it?
See you next week.
I thought we were not trying to offend anyone. Just like I thought.
Badly Drawn Boy on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky James, with me Steve Merchant and Carl Pilkington. I'll tell you what, the Sonys then.
Oh,
This Thursday at the Grosvenor House Hotel.
Yeah.
Everyone in Radios Anyone has entered their show in different categories saying, oh, you know, they get it down to, you know...
winners this year included the brilliant Dominic Mohan, former showbiz editor of The Sun.
Lots of people won. Lots of people won gold. Lots of people won silver. Lots of people won bronze. We didn't get a sausage.
Nothing.
This show was deemed not worthy of anything. I mean, not a look in. The panel looked at it and said, "Well, no, definitely
is
not.
not radio."
Didn't get a vote. See, that annoys me on so many levels. Let me tell you. One, right? I've never complained about losing an award. Okay, ever. Yeah, mainly in TV. I know we've won a lot, but we've been beaten by Peter Kay. Good luck to him. He's brilliant. Beaten by Phoenix Nights and sitcom. A lot of people like that more than The Office, vice versa. Right? No qualms. But the shoddy shite that I heard that night beating us, I was furious. I don't understand. There's people regional. It sounds like hospital radio, right? I mean, I shouldn't even be on XFM. I thought, you know, it's beneath me.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, give them a hand, right? Let's show them. And I want to know who the panel was as well. I do not believe it. How can they I was looking back over some of the shows, right, before I go, Carl, and I've just done a little excerpt of, you know, a trailer of what we do, what we're about, and I don't know how the panel could overlook this. Play a bit, Carl, please.
Shaking her muff, minge and tits around does not make her a hoe, then what does?
These kids at school with big heads.
Carl, what are you talking about?
Shut! Hello, my name is Holy Fuck.
Right, there's this monkey that was on a train station.
Right, that's it.
What if you mean cock to mean penis?
But it was my Down syndrome son.
Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news.
So we've still got monkey news coming up.
You're an idiot!
You know what I mean?
That's, to me, quality broadcasting.
I don't know how they can say that isn't worthy.
That's what we sent in to the Sony people. They listened to that. How they didn't think that was dynamite stuff, it doesn't make sense. You know, I've been thinking about this since Thursday, because I've been a little bit down in the dumps.
Yeah.
What I think it is that with the TV show, the TV stuff we've done, Rick, we put a lot of work into that.
Yeah.
We get the script, we got the script, we
Yeah.
spend a lot of time on it. What this show is about, it's very much about spontaneity, it's about our personalities, and I don't think we're ever going to win an award for our personalities. I think that's where we're going
Do you know
wrong.
what I think? I think that when we're together, we're with the auteurs of The Office, and, you know, and we're strong on it, and we're just two, we write it, we direct it,
Yeah.
you know, we cast it, we even worry about the font and stuff on the, you know, we do everything. There's a weak link in our midst, I
Well,
think.
on the radio show.
Yeah.
Right, well, I'm just trying to think what the common factor is, because on the award-winning TV show, it splits you and I.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'll tell you what, can we play a record and let me think about this, because there must be something
There's got to be a factor.
that isn't in The Office that's in this, that means that The Office is award-winning and this is a pile of shite. Brown Sugar by the Rolling Stones on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais with Steve Merchant, and with us, Carl Pilkington, the third member of this team. Team. Me and you do The Office.
Award-winning.
Yeah, and us three do this show.
No awards. Nothing.
Carl, what are your thoughts? What do you think's wrong with the show? Why do you think the panel listened to our show and said that is awful? It's not actually a radio show.
Well, can I just point out, so many people may not realise that last year we won a bronze, so we've actually gone down. We've actually slid off the list entirely.
I know, but I mean but Carl wasn't really as involved last year.
Well, I remember last year it was very much you and I was doing it,
I
and
mean,
Carl
we just
was
started
there
out on
pressing
it. Yeah, so I mean, so you can't really compare. Hold on, though.
buttons. Oh, interesting.
What do you think, Carl? What do you think the reason
Thoughts,
is?
Carl?
Any thoughts?
I see what you're getting at, right? But
You're not stupid.
when I put the compilation together,
Yeah.
I made sure that it was mainly you two. So don't be doing that. Don't be playing that game.
So you put the compilation together?
yeah.
Right, again.
Ah, right, interesting. Because
We weren't involved with
we
that.
usually do The Office, edit The Office and everything. We have the final cut on The Office. So you... Oh, I see. So
Yeah,
you... Oh, right, no, so you're the
You had
producer.
your fingers all over it. Interesting.
Oh, that's interesting. So, well...
So the tape was the smoking gun, and whose fingerprints were on it? Carl Pilkington's. Interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting. We didn't get a sausage, but you know, do you know what? Seriously though,
Well, I don't mean seriously. It is his fault
I know, but I mean, we it's our fault as well because we should have known better, right? But
than to employ him. Yeah.
but I actually think it's a slap in the face. I want to know who the panel was. A lot of Sony are thinking just handing it out to the same old people. You know what I mean? Every clip they played was a funny phone call. Do you know what I mean? And so I'm
Did
actually.
we send any of our funny phone calls in?
So if anyone cares, I think we should knock it on the head as a protest against Sony. As I say, I've never complained before about Legal, but I mean this one, don't know what they think. I want someone on the panel. If it was entertainment, I want someone on the panel to phone up and say why they think this show is rubbish.
Well, I'll apologise.
Well, not apologise if they stand by. If they tell me why, because listening to that clip there, I can't see anything wrong with that as
No, sure.
as sort of daytime radio.
It's interesting. I mean, I don't think our number one fan, Dickie Anderson, Richard Anders, was on the panel. Although he here has emailed in. He's got a couple of
brilliant.
thoughts as to maybe why we.
What
we
is
didn't.
Dickers doing, man?
Dicker says, commiserations on not winning a Sony. I can't believe you didn't win, naturally. I mean, apart from your show's obvious lack of quality and effort, having a monkey for a producer, offering the biggest load of tat as competition prizes, saying hairy Chinese kid 48 times every show, Rockbusters, not bothering to turn up for weeks on end, only having 3 listeners, introducing the comedy characters Camp David, Harry Fook, which I think he spelt wrong there, Stephen Merchant. I'm not a character. Apart from insulting every race, religion and sexual orientation, bickering like schoolgirls, and
We
generally
haven't done
bringing
everyone
misery-
yet. We have not insulted everyone yet. There's loads to go.
Despite the fact you generally bring misery into the lives of anyone who listens, I thought you were surefire winners. Better luck next year.
Well,
I mean, a couple of constructive, criticisms there, but generally, I still can't nail it.
was he on the panel?
Well, I don't think so. Well, he's a fan, so...
Yeah. Well, no, he's clearly a fan. I mean,
Yeah.
he obviously loves the show. He has hit the nail on the head.
Oh.
Which,
Yeah.
but what should we do? Should we give up or should we try harder? That's always my dilemma in
Sure,
life.
yeah.
I mean, I've always gone for the first one.
Give up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
bother?
yeah.
If they can't see, just give us the award,
Yeah.
and then worry about it later, and we won't let them down.
Yeah.
Now they've got blood on their hands. We're gonna.
Yeah.
What should we do? To give a couple of months' notice?
I think so.
Okay. Well, there you
Yeah,
go.
I mean, seriously, I think... Because I think...
Oh, I'm being serious. I'm not being wacky now. We haven't told Andrew, but
I think we've won our course with this show.
Yeah. So let's. Okay, we'll give it a month, and it's because the Sonys didn't give us anything. Play a record.
Yeah.
There you
Well,
go.
you got to do a bit longer than that.
No, we haven't. Got to give a month's notice.
No, you got to work till about September if you're gonna.
No, we haven't. No, we can give a month's notice. We're, whatever they give the money back, something.
Well, you give your money back.
Yeah, I know. What are you going to spend your 80 quid on?
True.
By the way, Red Hot Chili Peppers on XFM 104.9. So, a few more shows.
And then
I
that's it.
hope Sony are happy. They should encourage You know, we've only been radio, you know, a couple of years.
Exactly. They
Trying.
you encourage young talent
Yeah.
like you.
Yeah. Instead of giving it to Radio 1 and Radio 2 and...
The old war horses. We just had a quick email. I wonder if you could answer this. It's James from NW1. He says, Ricky, is Carl going to be on this week's show? Please let me know, as I may listen if he's not. Sadly, he is here. I mean,
dear.
people are already turning against you, Carl, because they've seen what's happened.
Yeah.
I think they've probably realised that we've
I
sort
think we
of
gave him
indulged you
too
long
much. I think, exactly, I think we've got a spoiled sort of kid in our hands. It's sort of like, you know, we knew how bad he was, but we were trying to sort of bring him out of his shell a little bit.
enough.
You got to encourage sort of, children like Carl
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly.
to sort
Exactly.
of fend for themselves. But I like the fact that Dickie Anderson had that wonderful rant. I mean, it was an articulate email. It was quite long, and he must have typed it immediately. I'm thinking, because he's a fan of the show and he thinks I'm a genius, we need a PA,
Sure.
don't we?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you reckon he'd come and work for us?
Well, he can't be any worse than what we've already got.
I know.
You know.
So there you go. Then we're giving up radio. We're going to concentrate on television. Carl's going to probably go back to what your little, just doing your sound.
The thing I won a silver for at the Sonys. Funny that, isn't it?
Oh, you won a silver, did you?
I got a silver, yeah,
Oh,
for,
yeah,
doing,
what was that for?
doing the proper job that I do here in the week.
Well, no, it's two of you for a start.
Yeah, well, there's three of us. Couldn't even get a bronze. Now, who's the weak link? Right?
Well,
Bit weird, isn't it?
let's not argue. We haven't got many shows to do.
To be fair, though, this show is I think it's more to do with the fact that you talk on this show that has brought us down.
Right, I haven't said anything hardly today.
No, well, this is an award-winning show, potentially.
We'll add this one in for
Yeah.
next year.
If you could just keep stum, we might have a chance.
All right.
Well, coming up, right?
Let's
Carl.
put it behind us.
Okay.
Let's draw a line under it.
We had money to do stuff.
Yes. That's the quality of the ideas on this.
Yeah. And I've bought some money in, little stuff, because we had him showering with our mate Johnny for £1,000 yesterday.
Yeah,
didn't
we just got into a discussion, and then one of us suggested that how much would it cost us to pay you, Carl, to have a shower with another man? And there's nothing going
You
on.
don't, no, there's nothing going on. You're just in a shower, normal shower. You're just washing each other, having no, not each other, just yourselves.
You're just
You're
washing
having a
each
chat.
Yeah,
right,
washing yourselves,
Yeah.
having a shower.
Yeah.
But
And
it's
it-
a
we-
regular shower in a regular house. It's not a shower in a
And
swimming pool.
he went fine. He got £1,000 out of it. He wouldn't do 900. He got £1,000 out of it. But then we said, and we'll have to watch to make sure you do it.
Yeah.
And he went, no, that's
wouldn't do it.
weird. So, but why? What's the?
But this is what annoys me, though, right? The whole idea of, oh, what would you do, right? So I bet you missed out there. When we started this chat saying, oh, I wonder what you'd do for money, it did start off with, would you rub Dale Winton's neck? Would you give Dale Winton a massage for 20 quid?
No, but you have to say no. 500. We're trying to find out what your price is. What price, Carl, is the name of the show. So would you give Dale Winton he's got a knot. He's got a bit of a knot. He's stressed. He's been doing supermarket sweep, and he's furious. One of the contestants was answering back, calling him names, and he's got all knots in his neck. You just just give him a little bit of 5 minutes.
It's a little neck massage.
How much would you do that for?
He's naked, and it's just a little neck massage.
There's nothing going on. It's like.
See, there you
You're
go.
naked as
He's
well,
naked.
but it's just the two of you
Right.
naked giving him a little massage.
No, seriously. Would you give him? Okay. Would you give me a foot massage?
For how much?
Well, that's what's
tell
your
us how
price?
And what are the rules, though? Can I wear gloves?
No.
No, just Let's start off simple. Would you take off my shoes and socks?
For I'd do it for, like, 50 quid.
You've got
Okay.
ludicrous.
No, 20 quid to take off one shoe and one sock, but like you mean it. You just take the shoe off. You go, and as you're putting down my sock, you pull the sock down slowly. You look me in the eyes and go, "What lovely ankles."
Seriously, how much? What price?
20 quid a foot.
20 quid a foot.
That's gotta be worth it.
So 20 quid, you will take off my, we'll put on some soft music, right?
No, I don't need it today. That's what I was saying to you yesterday.
You always
Do you know
need
what I
it.
mean? No,
You
you
always
don't.
need it.
At the
Everyone needs
moment, I'm
cash.
quite happy.
Give it to a homeless person. Give it to a charity.
Well,
Donate
get
it
him
to
in
charity.
here.
Well, are you still going to shower with Johnny for £1,000?
Not now, because you said, and me and Steve are just going to stand in the corner and watch.
Well, we've got to make sure you do it. You might go in there and just like wet your hair and come out, pay Johnny 500 quid and go, yeah, we had a shower. How will we know?
Sorry, I'm quite interested about the shoe and sock.
I'm back to the shower. You just have to wash yourselves. Now, we have to inspect that it's really clean, because we want you to wash certain parts really...
Right, well, why have you both got to be in there then?
Well,
Why
no,
are you
just
both
one of
watching?
us. Can we just take... I mean, yeah. Or can Steve film it?
As evidence, just as evidence.
Or I'll tell you what, we'll leave the TV camera in there, with neither of us to be in there, then we can just watch the video.
Yeah.
Are you a couple
Well,
of
I shouldn't be.
benders?
I should.
Are you a couple of benders?
No. No. But can we discuss further the taking of the shoe and the sock? Because I think there's £20 in. I'm willing to pay £20 to see that.
See, a little surprise for you there. That's Coldplay here. They're live through there. Thanks. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, brilliant. Do you want to say a few words? Do you want to?
Yeah, no, I'll have a quick word with Chris, lead singer Chris. Chris, good to have you here.
Hello.
And how's it going with Gwyneth Paltrow?
Brilliant,
Yeah?
yes. She's a lovely lady.
Yeah, no, I thought so. Yeah, I saw her in Shakespeare in Love. I
She's
thought
good
she was
in that,
Yeah,
isn't
if
she?
you would pass that on to her, just
Yeah,
say I
well,
enjoyed
yeah.
that. It's going all right. You going to get married or?
Yeah,
what's
so
happening?
I marry either her or that Julia Roberts
Going,
woman.
yeah, either one is good.
Yeah.
I know you're on holiday at the moment in Hawaii. I read in the paper today.
No,
You're actually here.
I'm actually here.
Okay.
Got to go now, got to go.
All right, just a couple of quick.
We'll see you later,
questions.
Chris.
Yes, see you, Ricky.
So that's the sort of guests.
That's the calibre
It's
of
got-
guests. We're just trying to up
Just
things.
like Jonathan Ross. We've got guests like Jonathan Ross. That's Coldplay, just popped in.
Just pop
So-
in. So if you're the Sony people listening, you might
Brilliant.
want
And we've still got Carl to take off my sock for 20 quid. Okay? Let's do it now. Let's just get it over with and do it now.
to. Come on, Carl. Let's get our cash out then, Rick. There's £10 right
No,
there.
no, you don't know him, because he owes you 10, so I just have to pay him 10.
Okay.
Yeah. So, go on then, just take...
Not whilst Coldplay are here.
So they've had to shoot off.
Come
No,
on.
I don't want to do it.
Why
leave
not?
it, 'cause
Tell me
we've
what-
been on now for half an hour.
Okay,
we
well,
haven't
okay,
done
well,
anything
at the
yet.
end of this, why won't you do it? It's ridiculous. You won't have a shower, you won't take my shoes and socks off, you won't do anything. You won't give Darwin a rub down. What will you do, for Christ's
I
sakes?
don't want to do it. Say if my mum and dad are like, have heard about how well I'm doing in London,
Yeah.
right? They've heard about, the Sony Awards and that. They're
Yeah.
talking to the mates. They're saying Carl's doing well for himself.
Yeah.
Let's have a listen to him on Sky.
Yeah.
You're tuning in. I'm taking off socks for money.
What's up with that?
That'll be the first time that anyone in your family has actually made, money without stealing,
Yeah.
thieving,
It's
or
an
committing
honest-
some kind of
it's hon-
atrocity.
Let's just do it quick then, because
first honest
it's
money.
getting on my nerves. It's actually annoying.
Excellent.
Excellent. All right. Well,
Give me the money, Steve.
no, he's just taking a tenner off
Give
me.
you the tenner back.
Right, okay.
Okay.
Then let's do it like
You've
that.
got to do it properly. You
Do
read
it
how
like
you
that,
said
do
it.
that.
You've
Just,
got to.
no,
No,
do
you've
it
got to
slowly,
do it
do it
properly.
slowly. Go on, do it slowly.
Right, just gently. I can't see what's happening.
Pretend I'm working on shop. There's nothing normal. Right, Steve,
No,
back.
come on, just get it done.
What's that?
Hey, whistling.
What's whistling? What's the whistling?
Sort that out. I can't breathe.
Right.
Okay, now do it properly, gently.
Yeah.
It's a sweaty trainer, which just makes it all the more.
Right,
Just
right.
gently caress it, caress it.
There's someone watching in the office.
Caress it there. Don't just gently ease the
Gently
shot.
off, just gently off.
Just like working on a shoe shop. There's nothing weird about it.
Just gently
I'm
ease that
gonna
off.
burst. I'm gonna burst.
All right, now it's just
Right,
now.
let's just
Come on,
stop.
gently do it. Don't
gently
just
the
rip it
sock
off.
down, yeah? Yeah.
Slowly, slowly.
What-
Tease it. Tease it.
God, I don't like this. I just wasted a tenner and that wasn't
Now,
enjoyable at all.
now wait a minute. You've got to say.
Say
You've got to
something nice
say.
about my ankle.
Say you've got lovely toes and I love your ankle.
You got nice toes and that.
Well, say it
I
properly.
don't like it anymore.
Do it, and you've got to say, you've got to say for the tenor, otherwise you're taking it back. You've got to say what lovely ankles you've got, but in a sweet, seductive voice.
Right.
Right, you got nice ankles.
That is not how you would seduce a
say
woman.
it like
You would
that.
not seduce a woman like that, Carl.
Oh, I don't.
Suzanne.
I don't.
Imagine that.
I don't know. I don't feel good about it.
Leave it off because I want to see if we can get him to massage your toes.
See, I don't know what's worse. I mean, I didn't like the feeling much. That wasn't very nice because it was all rough, and and he's a skinhead and he's playing on the feet. And then I thought, oh, I've degraded him, so I don't know what I feel worse about.
You can keep the tenner that you owe me if you massage his toes.
No, I'm not doing that. No.
Why not?
No, we paid him. He's done it. Yeah, the shoes are back on. We're something else next week. Something else next week. Okay.
If you'd like Carl to humiliate himself for money, email in.
No, Suzanne was surprised that I was like, last night I told her about it, and I said,
Oh, why did you do that? I don't know what I feel now. That's not good. I don't know. That's not good, is it?
and she just said, well, you don't like chucking money away, and that. And it was funny because we got talking about when we bought our first flat in Manchester, right? I bought a bed, right? I didn't have much money, and what annoyed me is, I bought the bed and it turned up, and I said, "Where's the mattress?" And they said, "Well, you don't get a mattress with the bed. You got to buy that separately." And I was like, "Well, that's not a bed then, right?" So I didn't have any more money. Suzanne's at work, so I thought, well, I don't want to stress her out at work and that, so I know we haven't got a mattress for the bed. I had a word with my dad, right? He knew a mate who had one in the back of a van, right? He said, "I'll have a word with him, he'll let you have it." Got the van, brought it round, stunk of diesel and that, but I thought, well, it's free, it'll do.
Yeah.
They brought it up, I stuck it in the spare room. Suzanne got home, she looked at the bed, she said, "That looks alright." She said, "Where's the mattress?" I said, "It's in the next room," but I thought I won't tell her because
Sure.
she won't like the idea. She went in, just the room stunk of like petrol fumes and that.
Yeah.
She said, "What's going on?" I said, "Well, it's a mattress didn't come with a bed, so I've sorted you one out. I've got this off my dad, and we didn't have one night on it." She said, "Get rid of it."
Yeah.
I had to go and ditch it.
I don't know what she was thinking. One of your father's friends is driving around in a van with a mattress in the back.
Yeah. Was he a serial killer?
I mean, and she didn't want to sleep on it.
Like some Silence of the Lambs.
What kind of a cheapskate is she? What kind of a woman is she? That she won't sleep on a mattress that has been in the back of a transit van.
That's
Yeah,
what
covered
I'm
in,
saying.
covered in petrol, diesel, probably urine, and Christ knows what else. Oh.
So, you know,
Would you swap pants with Steve for 50 quid now? You'd have to look at him, you go in the toilet, he takes his pants off in the toilet, leaves in there, you go in, right, you come out with your trousers on, you go in, right, take your pants off, put his pants on, leave your pants in the toilet, come out, you got his pants on, he goes in there, you come out, you swap pants, at the end of the show you put it back. How much?
when you say pants, what do you mean?
Just
Jeans?
underpants.
No, I'm not doing underpants.
Why? Why not?
Seriously, these were fresh on Thursday
Yeah,
for
but
the
I mean,
BAFTAs, for the awards, the Sonys.
do you know what I mean? But I mean, just name the price. It's going to be more than 20 quid. It's going to be more than 20 quid. It's going to be like 80 quid upwards, I think.
No, Clean On today. They
Yeah.
were Clean On today, and they're boxers.
It's as bad for him as you. Don't remember that.
Thanks for that.
50 quid?
Really? Play a record.
No, hang on, you just said you'll give me 50 quid.
If you go and swap pants. I don't know what's in it for me. I don't know why I'm doing this. It started off as torturing Carl, but not only am I out of pocket, I don't actually want you two to swap pants or touch my ankles.
Well, Steve isn't
I don't know
saying
what
no.
I've done. This is I'm the victim here. I've paid out and I don't even like it. Play a record. I want to think about this.
I mean, I've got 50 quid if you... as long as we can swap the pants, but both be in the room at the same time.
Band of Gold by the artist who featured in a recent Rockbuster clue, which was, I think, the Jamaican fella needs an aspirin for his head, and that goes course to free the pain.
Brilliant.
Rockbuster's coming up, isn't it, Carl?
We set it up now. Get it going.
No, let's
I thought we
leave it.
weren't doing this anymore.
I know, I don't know what happened.
I don't know.
what happened.
I mean,
But I mean, we're shooting off in a couple of weeks, so
yeah.
what difference
Yeah.
does it make?
Well, we might as well. Now you've mentioned it, it's a good time,
Go on then.
right? 3 cryptic clues like the one you just heard there. First one.
Craptic, I like that. Is craptic a
Um,
word?
First one, my younger brother spotted you the other day. Right, that's the cryptic clue. My younger brother spotted you the other day. The initials JS. JS for the band. Second one, that champagne belongs to the Boxers kid.
The way he looks up, like it's Oscar Wilde. It's
That champagne belongs to the Boxers kid. The initials are AM. And the third one, the Vibrators. And the initial B.
What?
Right? The Vibrators. And the initial is B. So the first one, my younger brother spotted you the other day.
Oh, I know that one. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And then third one, always an easy one in there for everyone so they can take part. The Vibrators, and the initials B. That's Buzzcocks.
You can't say Cox. That's why that's why you can't say Cox.
Have we got a winner?
We have indeed. I chose him because his name amused me, which is a bit harsh.
It's not Mr. Tits.
No. Gerald Preston. Sorry, Gerald. I don't know why that tickled me. It's so
It
unfair.
only tickled me because it's not funny. There's
so
nothing funny
unfair.
with Gerald Preston. There is nothing funny.
I think
with
it was because it sounded like it was a man of a different generation. I think that was why it
Gerald
sounded.
Preston.
It sounded like.
That's terrible.
I know.
Right, Gerald, there's nothing funny about that name.
There's nothing funny about the name. Gerald.
Steve just made me laugh. He knew.
I don't know why that made us funny, made us laugh, but it just tickled me.
Oh,
but Gerald, whatever you think of your name, don't worry because these prizes
There's
including
nothing
Fat
funny
Boy
about
Slim.
Gerald Preston.
I don't know, Gerald, if you're a fan of wild weather, but you've got a 2VH set coming to your way, so you certainly will be interested in extreme weather conditions by the end of that, I would have thought. Plus some
dear.
arbitrary CDs. So good luck, Jerry.
Oh dear. Excellent. Right, brilliant.
Good. That's that sorted. Right, let's have another tune and then maybe some monkey news.
Yeah.
Well, actually, now you've sort of mentioned a bit of monkey news, that I've found something in the week, right, that we've talked about in the past, right, that I've got some other monkey stuff, but this is just, oh, forget it.
What? Come on! What's the matter with you?
Right, do you know that thing we did ages ago?
What?
When we were out one day and we're talking about monkeys in a room with a PC, and if you leave them in there long enough...
Yeah, eventually an infinite amount of monkeys, or one monkey in an infinite amount of time, will eventually type the complete work of Shakespeare. Yeah.
Right, we talked about that ages ago.
Yeah.
I said it wouldn't happen.
No, it doesn't make sense. You can't say it wouldn't happen. It doesn't make sense. It's a mathematical conundrum. It doesn't
Anyway.
make sense. Go on.
Anyway, right, they got a couple of monkeys.
All right. So not an infinite amount then.
Okay, so, alright, but never mind.
Yeah.
Got a couple of monkeys, put it in a room.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was one PC or they got a job lot or whatever,
Not an infinite amount then.
and left them in there for a month.
Oh, not an infinite amount of time then either.
Okay.
So 2 monkeys a month. Okay, go on. Yeah, I see the experiment's
No,
working so far.
About 8 monkeys.
Oh, 8 monkeys. Oh, let me just work that out as a fraction of infinity. It's one. Oh, infinity, 8 into infinity. Oh God, a month.
And what happened then, Carl? Did they type the complete works of Shakespeare? I'm assuming they
No,
did.
no, they only did a proportion of it.
Okay, what
They
did
just did Macbeth.
What happened then, Carl? Please tell us.
They didn't have anything. They didn't come up with anything.
You're an idiot, Carl. You really are an idiot. Play a record. That's ridiculous. What did you expect? What did you expect?
Yeah,
A bit of Keats.
No,
And pastry
no.
of the Radio Times by one of them, the cleverest one.
No, but what they did say is they didn't even write one word out.
One, no, you don't. No, infinity or nothing. That's the point. There's a big leap between any number you could think of and infinity. In fact, an infinite leap. Do you understand the concept of infinity? Don't rub your eyes. I lost him on Do You?
Yeah.
Didn't I? Right, play a
Did they
record.
type any? Did they type nothing from like any of the Tarzan books?
Nothing.
But they must have read them. I mean, that would be their favourite, surely. I'm stunned.
I can't believe they didn't even do like a transcript of Every Which Way But Loose.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. They must have chose some really thick monkeys.
They didn't type any of Charlton Heston's speeches from Planet of the Apes.
I can't believe it.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. You'd have thought 6 monkeys in a month would have done something.
Yeah. At least a script for BJ and the Bear. The irony being, of course, in BJ and the Bear, that it was a monkey, not a bear.
Really? Stuck in a moment. You can't get out of it by you two. I know how they feel.
Oh, just a quick thought. I just had a sudden thought. Just a little update on something we talked about ages ago on the show. You might remember I said once that if I ever met Dido, I thought I had a good chance with her.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
she looks like the sort of woman that would work in, say, a photocopying shop.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
she'd probably be quite charmed by
Or
me
a
and stuff.
secretary that sort of like wrote a couple of songs.
Exactly.
And the boss said, entered her in something.
Yeah.
And it won.
She did them at the Christmas party. Everyone clapped.
Exactly, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
anyway, just an update on that. So far, nothing's happened.
You haven't
I haven't
met
met
her?
her. Nothing's going
No,
on. So
okay.
I'll keep you posted on that, Rick. I know you're
But
interested.
I imagine it's a foregone conclusion when you do, though. That's
only
the
a matter
beauty
of
of
time.
it. It's, you know, when I hear you met her, you don't need to say any more.
Okay, well, I'll just
say,
keep you, I'll let you
just
know.
wink and say, I met Dido last night, and I'll go,
Yeah,
say no more.
exactly.
You don't need...
I'll just look a little bleary-eyed. you
Yeah, yeah.
know, and probably still
From
wearing the same clothes.
From the mace.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Anyway, I just thought I'd keep you abreast of that.
Yeah. All the best from London, Carl. Come on, Carl, cheer up.
Talking of
You've
tits,
had a good
Carl.
week.
Do you have to do a month's notice?
Little bit of friction between Steve and Carl. I think they're, you know, they're getting to each other, which is
Well, his underpants are pinching.
Come on, Carl, cheer up. You're lucky. You know how many people would pay good money to...
Carl, you had a good night out this week. You went to the Sony's, you had a free meal.
Yeah, that annoyed me. I don't.
You know, we
that
came away
annoyed me.
empty-handed, but
Yeah.
it was a
Go
good
on.
night, wasn't it? You enjoyed that?
Do you enjoy that? I ate it, but go on.
I'm just finding more and more things are annoying me.
Really?
Like even, like at that Sony's night, right? You've got a lot of respectable people going to that thing. You know, people who are high up at the BBC and that.
Yeah.
And just the way, you know, it's a posh night. There's people there with dinner jackets on and stuff.
Mm.
And then I went to the toilet for a wee. Old fella in there. I thought he looks like he's been in the radio game for years. Probably done loads of award-winning Sony stuff.
Yeah.
You know, all the BBC documentaries they do, in-depth stuff. And I thought, you know, I wonder if I'll be like him when I'm older. I wonder if I'm as good as him. Thinking all that, he's having a wee in the next urinal. Farts.
I know. Yeah.
He just farts. Old fella in a dinner jacket, probably hired. And I thought,
But is
he's
that,
not even
is
showing
that like
respect to
they
that.
try to? They think, well, I better do it in here, and it's sort of like a trumpet, and everyone just goes, yeah, that's fine. What's up with that? You know, yeah, I know what you mean. It's just the arrogance of doing
He
it.
just did it. It sounded like a lost whale. And he didn't sort of go and try and clinch it. He carried on, and then he went, "Oh, that was a good one."
Really?
Old fella, must have been about 70.
Oh dear.
And
Well, better out than in.
Yeah.
but it's not though. I wasn't brought up like that. You see,
Right.
because I did it. I mean, I never really did it that much as a kid,
Sure.
and then I was at my mum and dad's.
You never did it that much as a kid. What, farted?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not just like, you know, as a joke and that.
We are taping this for next year's Sony Award, aren't we? We're taping this, what we're talking about now, aren't we? To hand in. Because this is... Go on.
But I was at my mum and dad's, right? And Suzanne was sat on the floor in front of me, and she was like, "Oh, rub my neck, it's hurting." So I thought, oh, and I hate doing that. It really it bores me.
Well,
right?
she's your girlfriend, for goodness
I
sake.
know. Dale Winton's different. You're getting paid for that. Go on.
So I thought the only way to shift her is I'll let one go, right? So I did that.
It's such a loving relationship.
I love that. That's great.
So she
Like
said-
doing the washing up badly.
Yeah.
She won't ask me again. What have you done? I've smashed the cups up and I've written in excrement across the wall. Well, that's no good, isn't it? Well, I won't do it again
Give me
then.
the marigolds, I'll do it.
I've nailed the cat to the fridge. What's up with that?
Yeah.
Go on.
But yeah, so I did that, and it worked. She sort of got up and said, "Oh," and my dad said, "What you do that for?"
Yeah. What was he thinking?
So I said, "Oh, I hate rubbing her neck. Does me head in." So he says, "You know, I've never trumped in front of your mother for 40 years."
Sorry, where was this? Chigley? Why is this family talking like this? Young Carl, I've never trumped in front of your mother in the 35 years. Why? What? I don't know what.
No, it's just that he said, you know, we've done a lot of things in the family. That we're
Hold
not
on.
proud
What
of and
did he say that for? What? He's never trumped in front of your mother.
He just offered that information up.
Well, he just was surprised that I did it. He said, "Where have you got that from?"
Yeah.
Whoa, you're lowering intestines, I'd thought. What do you have to imagine? Imagine there's a class of farting. Oh, we haven't told our kids about farting. He doesn't do it. We haven't told him about it. We haven't. No, we don't do it in front of it. You have to learn it, do you?
No, but there's a place. That's what I was always told.
Go on,
There's a place for that.
Cornwall.
So, and my mum, you know, it's the same. She doesn't do it.
Right.
If she goes to the toilet to, you know, do what you got to do, she makes sure, like, she'll sort of say things like, "Are you going out for a walk?"
Are you going out for a walk?
Does she think? Does she know that you're broadcasting this?
Well, yeah.
He's probably around at the neighbours now, listening.
Yeah.
Any of you going out for a walk?
Yeah, just at the door.
So she waits until everyone's left, or?
She doesn't like the thought that everyone... Do you know, like, cats don't like you staring at them when they're doing it?
I've never stared at a cat while it was doing anything.
Have you ever had a pet cat?
What do you mean? Yeah, go on.
No, it's just that cats, you know, if you get them a little litter tray,
Yeah.
I remember being told, like, no, when it does use it, don't sort of go and look at it. Because it puts it off. I was the same as a kid. I didn't... When I had a nappy...
Who comes and looks at you when you're on the bottom.
No, when I was a kid and I was in a nappy, right,
Yeah.
I used to always, there was a corner in the kitchen that I'd always go to. And everyone would be
Why do you go
like...
to the toilet?
Because I had a nappy on.
Oh, yeah, right, how old were you?
14th birthday?
About 3 or something.
Yeah.
Right.
And I used to always go to this corner, and
Yeah.
everyone said, right, he's going to the corner, don't watch, don't stare at him.
And the thing is, I can so imagine you because you've got the same head.
Yeah, you
It's
look like a baby.
It's just the baby's head. Put in there. Would you put a nappy on for 50 quid?
Now.
Yeah. I'd just be sitting, do your work,
Well,
right?
anyway,
Just sit in the
right,
corner.
So I'm not doing that, right?
What?
So yeah, my mum's like that, and something else she's good. I mean,
Okay,
people might want to know.
At dinner party, oh, there's Mrs. Pilkington just in the corner. Just don't look at her.
Yeah, don't look at Mrs. P.
She's just in the corner of our kitchen. Don't just look away. What's she doing? She's just doing her business. She's there. There she is squatting. Are you going for a walk?
Sorry, you were saying, Carl.
Another trick I've learnt from her, right? If you're using, say, a friend's toilet or something, and you don't want to leave your mark, just
Go down the toilet and flush it.
take a box of matches with you.
Yes.
Set fire to the curtain.
the Grizz calls it his flagship.
Burn the place down. Have a wonderful crap and just leave when the fire brigade get there.
Forget it.
Who is it?
It's Vines.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
We don't go brilliant, do you? If you're going to talk, you do say something useful.
There you go. Vines, they're homesick.
Brilliant. No, we should do monkey news now, because I know you want to save it, but I think you should put your best stuff first. You never know what will happen, you know what I mean? Always put your best stuff out there.
Let me just get it out of the...
Okay, well, while he's getting it, could we have a jingle for Monkey News?
Yeah.
Right. Do you know we were saying the other week about in Chinatown? They put,
Not
like-
really a town.
Well, it's not a town, right? And like the restaurants, they have like
Oh, those old dead ducks and chickens just hanging in the window, yeah.
an octopus and all that just
Yeah.
hanging there,
Yeah.
and that doesn't like make you want to go in, does it?
No, sure.
This morning, walking through Soho on the way in, walked past this sort of strip joint place. This woman said, "Do you want to come in, sir?" Right, turned round. She must have been about 80.
So you're equating her to a hangy bit of octopus
Well,
you
it's just
said,
a-
are you performing?
and a chicken.
I'm just saying again. Put your best stuff at the front door.
Yeah, good thinking.
Right. Anyway, bit of monkey news that's been sent in.
Right.
Gareth in Catford.
Right.
Good work, Gary.
Basically, it's about this monkey
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
in the jungle. It's got a gig at an hairdresser's.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
It's got itself a nice little job going in an hairdresser's.
As what?
It gets people sitting down, and what it does before the people have their hair cut, that it sort of sits there, and it goes through people's hair, makes sure it's clean, and people are loving it.
Right,
People-
backtrack
So
slightly.
it's a pet monkey. It's nothing to do with it getting a gig in an hairdresser's. It's a pet monkey.
It's not working at Monkey and Guy.
Yeah.
No, seriously, it's in there. I think it might have started off as a job, and then
So
it
what does it
put
say?
on-
It says junior £15, stylist £35, monkey £63.
Sorry,
Cut
I
and
didn't
blow
quite
dry.
follow. It's in the jungle.
It was wandering about.
Right.
And maybe it did
But
start
it looks
off.
good, its hair looks good. Someone thought, hang
Yeah,
on.
but never ever. You see, people make that mistake with hairdressers anyway. I always say, well, if the hairdresser's got a good haircut, go to where he's going,
Right.
right? Because that's what I thought when I read it about having a good haircut.
How often
right?
do you go to the hairdressers?
Well, not that much anymore,
Sure.
but I used to always think that.
Yeah.
You used to go to a bloke who told me had his shack on a railway bridge that used to shake when a train went over.
Yeah.
Because it was £2.
Yeah, but before that, I've never had that much luck with hairdressers. Before that was another place, and it was run by sort of these sort of wannabe gangster type people.
Oh, yeah.
But they'd you know, you're going
What
for
do
a
you mean by
haircut.
wannabe gangsters?
Well, sort of just petty crime stuff. You'd go in for a haircut and then you'd walk out with a video recorder. Do you know what I mean?
You
You'd
don't
say-
have to take it.
No, but they'd sort of spend ages flogging you that whilst cutting your hair. It was their thing. It's like, right, sit down, you alright?
Yeah.
Oh, you
So
know.
for the weekend, what are you thinking of? Maybe a Sony. Yeah.
So that's when I stopped going there, because it was like, just want a haircut. I don't want to be hassled. by
Which
some-
one said that you had the hair of a Chinaman?
It's the fella who works in a railway station haircut.
Well, he should
saloon.
know. I mean, he's been around a bit, clearly, if he runs a shack next to a railway station.
So,
Can we just go back to Monkey News for
yeah,
a second?
so anyway, that's all, yeah.
I didn't quite follow why he's still his salon is in the jungle, or where is it?
No, he was doing what he does in the jungle, right?
Right.
He's walking about, he wanders into the hairdressers.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't have him on, like, as a job straight away, he was just there.
He was
People
training,
said, this is
yeah.
nice. He's sat there picking the knits and
Carl, I don't know where to start.
Then-
it's just it's the embellishment. You don't walk in. He walked from a jungle to an hairdresser's. I mean, you're an idiot. You really are an idiot. I'd love to see you try and get a job in an hairdresser if there was another monkey up for it. You'd never get a job.
So he was good at that. People said this is relaxing. Apparently he had really nice hands, soothing,
Yes.
right, on people's heads. They said, let's put him on the payroll. So
Let's put him on the payroll. What do you mean?
No, I'll give you that.
Okay, this is the news item, is it? Customers are queuing up to have their hair done at a salon in the jungle
There you go.
by a monkey. Judy, a pig-tailed macaque, has a reputation as the best exterminator of head lice in Com Cane.
There you go.
She is so good, some customers fall asleep under her gentle touch. Regular Amporon Chekema said, Judy's hands are so soft and gentle, I really feel I can relax.
But you know that is doing what it does naturally. It's looking for like salt and stuff in the hair
Yeah.
and nits. It's not on the payroll. It doesn't complain about when it gets deducted at national insurance.
It's not part of the union.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? but a good monkey news, you know, backed up with good tabloid journalism.
With solid
Yeah.
evidence there.
So
Now, I think maybe we should start marking the monkey news, Rick. I don't know what you think, giving it marks out of 10, maybe. For both interest and validity.
well, for interest, I'll give it 7. For Carl believing that there was something to this monkey, thinking it had a job and getting paid.
That it was also doing kind of perms
2.
and colouring.
2.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Again, ridiculous.
More monkey news next week. Hopefully let's just hear that jingle again.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news. Peace Train. Isn't that brilliant? Cat Stevens. Now, well, I've sort of enjoyed the last sort of, hour or so after the disappointment of the Sonys. I think we are going to give up, to be honest. Do another week and then shoot off.
Yeah, knock it on the head.
Okay. We were doing it for a laugh anyway. But,
If they're not going to reward us for that, then
do you know what I mean?
it's not really worth it.
But I'll tell you what could... But, what about this? Carl, can you find out who was on the panel? Can you?
But what difference does it make?
Well, I want you to interview. I want you to phone them up and I want to tell them why they didn't think our show was any
Yeah,
good.
let them explain themselves.
Just explain themselves. They've got to stand by their convictions. Find them all. Track them down. There's probably about
Yeah, but
300.
what do you expect then?
I
They're
want to
not
tell
gonna
the
say,
truth.
No,
I want-
you're right. The monkey news should have, done the job for you.
I
don't
just
know where
want
we went wrong.
people. I don't want them to be. I don't want to sit in a room and hide. I want the 3 people on the panel. I'll find them out to say we didn't vote for you because we thought it was shoddy, amateurish, annoying. There was too much swearing. I go, fair enough. Well done, mate. We didn't vote for you because Carl's voice is an irritant. Okay, well done, mate. You're all right. We didn't vote for you because Gervais, you're a fat, useless git who understands nothing about broadcasting. And your
Now that
mate
guy
Steve,
knows something.
yeah, and I go, right, I'm not so happy with that, but at least you told the truth. But get them on the phone. Find out from Andrew.
I
Get
noticed none of them have mentioned me, which is good.
I
They
know,
obviously think
yeah.
I'm pretty good.
Yeah. They probably all love Steve.
No one likes to pick on an invalid, though. Do you know what I mean? I'm just...
We got a player request here for what's her name? Don't leave it, Steve. Sonia, who's 18 today. We couldn't find William. It was really nothing wordsmith because whoever is in charge of the library, they probably won an award for it. But she didn't ask for 4 non-blondes, so I found There Is a Light by the Smiths. So, a week to go.
It's not. I'm not.
Blur and Out of Time. They're joking, there's 2 hours to go. On XFM 104.9, I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Carl Pilkington. A new leaf, bit of a blow at the Sonys. Not like that. I mean, you know, we were taken aback.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah. And we've got guests. Jonathan Ross won, and he has guests, so we're going to have guests in. One of which is sort of a tie-in. He's going to explain himself. It's Dr. Fox, Dr. Neil Fox, popped in for a chat. It's a pre-record, we've got that. Although live in the second hour, we're going to have a chat to the girls from Tattoo, who are upstairs at the moment in Capitol, and they're going to pop down and have a little chat with us. So we're really trying to, you know, make this more of an interactive show. We don't know yet whether we're going to give up or not. It depends how this show goes. Yeah, look forward to that. But we've got some great... We went down to the big library, so we don't have to rely on 4 Non-Blondes and the, you know, the 2 jam tracks that are up here. We went down to the big library, and we've got some great tracks, Steve, haven't we? We've got some classics. Should we play one now?
Well, before that, I just remember that some of the criticism we received, I think, was that we're perhaps not taking into consideration the listeners. A lot of shows, a lot of radio shows, they cater very much to the community, to the area which they're broadcasting. They interact with the listenership.
Where's the fun in that? Do you know
I
what
agree.
I do it for me, really.
I'd just like to justify why we don't tend to correspond or interact with the listeners. Here's a typical email from Vicky, aged 25. She asks, do you ski? Rick, that's her question.
No,
do you ski, yes or no?
No, I don't.
No, you don't. Right, there you are. Thanks, Vic. Brilliant. Keep those coming in.
See, he's turned him against us, Carl. What do you think, Carl? What do you think of Steve's attitude there?
It's alright.
More insight like that coming later.
Black Grape, Kelly's Heroes, and XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Carl Pilkington, okay? Proper radio. As you know, we're a bit gutted that we won nothing at the Sony Awards. We found out that on the panel was Dr. Fox, probably one of the greatest DJs in the world.
One of the great living broadcasters.
I certainly think that he's up there.
Yeah.
With Tarrant, John O'Coleman. And so...
And Chris Moles.
Chris Moles. We asked him to... He's also on the Pop Idol panel, so he can make and break people. So we asked him, basically, to explain himself. Why did we win nothing? Why were we so bad? This is what he had to say.
The award, guys, was called the Entertainment Award. Right now, in itself, I think that should probably tell you something about what should be on the tape. There should be some entertainment. And it just wasn't very entertaining, actually. I don't mean that sounds quite horrible sitting here in front of you now, but it just wasn't very entertaining.
But fundamentally, what elements did you not find entertaining?
The fact that it didn't seem to entertain me at all was part of it. I mean, it's a bit of like how long's a piece of string, isn't it? What is entertaining?
We have talked about string on the show before, though.
Then there were loads of people I'd never heard of in my life, and some of those were perhaps a bit more entertaining than you. The people that got silver, I think they were called Joe and Twiggy. They worked for a station in the Midlands, I think Trent FM. They were actually pretty funny.
Funnier than our stuff.
Yeah, they were actually. Yeah, they were funny, and they seem to sort of understand their local. They seem to understand their market a bit more. And then I got onto yours. I think, oh, great, Ricky Gervais. Yeah, he's really funny in that program, isn't he? I must watch that. I'm going to absolutely die laughing here, and.